El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. Authorities were blindsided.
They were totally unprepared. Poverty plays a key role in why kids join gangs. In those countries, over 50% of the population live below poverty levels. Kids are living on the street, homeless children. The gang becomes a viable mechanism for them to survive.
And to many of those children, the gang life was a ticket to the big time.
We have a culture of admiring the U.S. culture, the way of dressing, the food, rock and roll, music. What they didn't know, to be part of that new glamour, they have to do things that they never even realized, especially robbery, extortion, including killing human beings.
Central America had been turned into a gangster's paradise. To bangers like the tapeworm, it was ripe for the picking.
Oftentimes we find that here in Los Angeles, they were a petty criminal. When they're deported and go to a country in Central America, they'll tend to reinvent themselves. These kids that will look up to them and say, wow, I want to do it. I want to do it LA style too. I want to go by and do drive-bys and walk up on people and shoot them.
In LA's Normandy Locos clique, the tapeworm had been a nobody.
When he was up here, he really didn't have any power, but it's like a lot of the gang members who went back there. Once they'd been in Los Angeles, they were Hollywood gangsters. They were looked up on. It kind of gave them some weight.
In Honduras, he reinvented himself and became a leader.
They had instant street creds because they were from LA, but they had intimate knowledge of how big gangs work in a gang capital, and they take that and pass that knowledge on.
Under the tapeworm's leadership, MS-13 exploded. By 2002, they had total control of many Honduran neighborhoods.
They were going to houses with complete impunity, and they were rape the girls and take things from the house to be sold in the black market. People were afraid to call the police because they were terrorized, and sometimes the police didn't even come to these places because they were controlled completely by the gangs.